Hi everyone and welcome to Karen from tilleycrafts.stampingup.net. You're joining me today and this will be going live on the 1st of December for the Stamp Around the UK video hop. And I'm going to show you what we're going to make today. The theme, because there's a theme every month, and it's shimmer, sparkle and shine, so anything we want to do involving those three. As always, there's quite a few demonstrators that take part in this, and you'll find the links down below in the description bar when this goes live, so please have a look round and have a look at everybody else's inspiration. So I struggled with this one a bit. I'm all right with sparkle and shine, and I was like, what can I do for shimmer? So we have this lovely shimmery white cardstock. I don't know if you might not be able to see it, but it's actually got sparkles through it. And I thought, I've not used these for ages, so I'd use Butterfly Brilliance. And also, I like the Hello Sentiment and To a Friend That Makes Me Smile out of the Forever Fern. I've also used the Pretty Flowers embossing folder, and I also was umming and ahhing about what to do, so I also brought in these dies, and I think these are called Beautiful Shapes. I've not used them a lot. Yes, Beautiful Shape dies, so I thought I'd use these as well. So let's get started. Now, don't all have a gas and fall off your chairs, but this Butterfly Brilliant stamp is one full stamp, and I'm really sorry, but I've done a bit of stamp surgery, so I really wanted this butterfly and this one, so I've done a bit of stamp surgery. However, there is a die that cuts out the whole of this and it gives you individual butterflies. So if you want to put it back together, it's so simple. You just line up on your block or on your stamp price where you've snipped. So I haven't trimmed any of these round so that I can put it back together, and honestly it didn't cry. So, and also for the sparkle, I was thinking it would be nice to use a couple of the new in colours. So I've gone for Sweet Sorbet and Orchid Oasis. So Sweet Sorbet and Orchid Oasis, and I'll show you in a minute what I did with those. So because I was going to be using a bit of water with this, I thought we don't use Memento for that because the Memento's water based. So I've actually using my stays on. It has a cover on it. It smells like marzipan, really nice. So I just ink these up and then I stamp them. Oh, I love the smell of marzipan as well. It's making me hungry. And same with this one. Oh, hang on. Let's make sure you've got good coverage on it. And there. Lovely. And then to clean these stamps, let's pop that away. What we have is we have a stays on cleaner, and it's just so easy. You just rub it over your stamps and it brings off the stays on. I'm doing this now so it doesn't stain it, and then I just clean it off on a wet wipe, and then I just make sure they're dry and they're ready to go again. I'm just gonna give them a clean. So actually, when I've done that, I do actually use my stamp and scrub, and it brings it up lovely. Or you can use your chamois, or like I say, a wet wipe. But as you can see, it's not marked it, and that's fine. So put them out the way. Just give that a couple of minutes to dry. So what I did then, I'm just going to bring in my scruffy paper because it does get a bit wet, and as you can see, I've already been playing. So I just like dot my ink block in there and close that up now. Same with this one. And then I have one of our water painters, and just to give it that extra bit of sparkle, I also put, oh, you can't see, sorry, I actually put a blob of our Winker Stella into it to give it that extra bit of sparkle. And obviously you've got water in here, so I'm just going to start the sweet sorbet. Let's mix it all up like that. You can always see it, oh, I don't know if you can see it sparkling, you can see it sparkling already. And then I just coloured these in like so. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is really sparkly. And on top of the shimmer white paper, I think it gives a great effect when it dries. So you can go over it as many times as you want. Oops. Like so. Like this. I've had a mad few days and I've cleaned all my craft room up, so it's all ready to start filming. And then I decided to make some boxes last night, and it's a tip again. So after this I'm gonna have to clean up. Now, because I was being lazy, I thought I would give the other body the sweet sorbet, like so. And then when you finish with that one, just bring a bit of tissue in and squeeze it through to get rid of the red on your paintbrush. There we go. That's that one done. And then your blocks just wipe off anyway. They it doesn't stain your blocks or anything. So again, same with this. Do the body in the Orchid Oasis. Love these colours. And again, the same with the butterfly. I mean, you could do them all different colours in the sections, but I just thought I would keep it simple-ish. And then like so. And then when I've finished doing these, you need to let them dry, because obviously we're using water on them, and a lot of the Winker Stella, it does make them quite damp. So you could dry them with your heat tool, or just like leave them on the side to dry. And that's how simple it is. And just clean the brush. That's that done. Right, I don't know if you can see the sparkle on those, but they are really sparkly, and it shimmers. And then the next, and I cannot find my dies. So this comes with like I say, the dies. It has the full die to cut all of these out, and then it has individual dies and butterflies. So all I did with these is I cut the paper in half, and then I matched them up under the die with a bit of washi tape and cut them out. And as in the magic of television, here's two I did earlier, so you can see they're really sparkly, and they have dried, so they will dry a bit lighter. You can see on the purple one it's dried a bit lighter, but I'll use them on another project. So I've got my butterflies, and we'll get rid of this paper. Oops. See, I was organised. Let's just put a nice clean one back on. There we go. So we've got our two butterflies, and then for the folder I also cut out a piece, and I've run this through, line it up, and I think the flowers are so pretty. on there. And again, this is the shimmery one. So I'm just going to just rub this across my Wink of Stella just to highlight it a bit more. Can never have enough sparkle, and it brings the shimmer out as well. There we go. So really like that. Yeah, so run that through, and again and this is slightly like, this is our basic white card base, so it's an A4 cut in half, scored in half, and you can see it's slightly different white, so I've cut it more or less the same size on there so it'll fit on. Then I cut a lot of these hexagons out. So I actually cut all of these hexagons out, and I cut out the swirly circle and the one below it. So, and I was a bit frugal, I cut a hexagon out there, so that fits on there, and you've got the nice swirls around it. So then I thought, right, so we'll have our butterflies on here. I thought we'll have the sentiment down here, and we'll have the butterflies on the hexagons, because then we've got the shine from them. And I was thinking something like that, quite like that. And the only thing I was a bit was the circle, because it's not in the same white as that. I thought it stood out. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut a circle out of here, and then it will make me happier. Let's get that in there. So I'm just going to, bear with me 1 minute, 'cause I'm just going to bob down to cut this out. If I put it on the table, it'll shake you all over. So less haste, more speed, she says, as she's faffing about down here. You might remember which plate goes on first. There we go, got one at last. So that'll go on there, and I think it just tones in a bit better. I've also got sparkly ribbon. See, and again, this is white, but it's white, but I like the sparkles in it, so we're gonna have to use that unless I can think of anything else. So a bit of stamping on here, and I'm gonna go with the Hello out of Forever Fern. Let's bring that up. Lovely. I love the way that stamps. I think it's lovely. And while we've got the ink out, I'm just going to stamp in the middle to a friend that makes me smile. Love that. Beautiful. And shut that ink up. Just move those blocks out the way before I put my fingers in them. Right, so that's the inside of our card. So to stick this up, I'm thinking of using these foam adhesive pads. These are great for cutting die cut letters out, but I'm actually going to use them because I've embossed. It just gives it a bit more strength, and I don't want it to get flattened. So it's a bit, actually, no, just bear with me. I think we'll make the top up first, because then, see, the deboss side's nice as well as the emboss side. Let's pop that out of the way. So let's just place these where we want them. Let's have a look. Right, where's my Tombow? Watch me picked one up that doesn't work. Correct. I'm sure there's a little bit in it, but we'll get one that we can just crack on with. Right, so that's going to go down there. I'm going to put the hello on top. And I'm sticking these flat because I'm going to pop the butterflies up on dimensionals. That will fit on. No, we'll go with a little one. The great thing about these, if you cut too many out, at least you can use them on other projects, which I will do. And since I've done another 2 butterflies, I might make another one of these cards. Right, so I'm happy with those. So now I'm going to put my foam pads on. It's a bit excessive, but hey ho, like I say, I want it to be nice and sturdy. Yeah, this is the last blog hop as well of the year. Can you believe it? I only started doing these last month was my first month doing them. I got invited to come along and have a go. So this is only my second one, so I'm hoping to do one every month next year because I quite enjoy this. And like I say, if you click in the links below, you can see what the other demonstrators. There's some brilliant demonstrators on here, and they come up with some excellent projects. I love watching them as well. You get some good you can get some good inspiration from them. Right, let's get these off. Oops. Oops, I hope I put it up the right way, wouldn't it? Just bear with me. This is the only trouble with the foam sheets if you stick them down too quick. Mind you, I did see a tip off a demonstrator. I can't remember who it was now. Yeah, if you huff on it, it does bring it up. But I have seen off a demonstrator, if you put a bit of Tombow on your stuff, it gives you that little bit of wiggle room as well as having the movability. Right, that's it. I'm not very good at lining things up anyway, but there we go, all done. Right, now for the butterflies. So we're going to stick these up, and all I did with these is I just got my bone folder and I just curled them to give them a bit of shape, like that. And then we're going to come in with some dimensionals. I did have some out, she says, and I know I did. There they are. They are doing a disappearing act on me. Let's take your pick tool, turn these over, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put two on each one to give it that bit of lift. Gives them a bit of height. Are you all nearly ready for Christmas? Or are you one of these last minute people that do shopping Christmas Eve? I've known a few people like that in my time. I'm more or less ready. I'd say 90% ready. Now, let's give it a bit of a bend, and then we're just going to stick it like so. And the same with this one. I really struggle buying people presents because I like to get them something they like, and and something that they want, rather than getting something that people don't want. I found some games online which I think some of mine are appreciate. I can't tell you what they are in case they in case they decide to listen in, but I will tell you after Christmas, which I thought were pretty good. Let's give it a little bend. There we go. And then I thought, I like that. So I want a bit of bling coming in. So I found the butterfly punch, the duo butterfly punch, and I've got some of this beautiful Orchid Oasis glimmer paper, shimmer paper, glimmer paper, which is in the catalogue. There's ones for all the new in colours. So I thought I'll pop out some little butterflies, and because it's got an ombre effect, you get different colours. I don't know where my sweet sorbet's gone either, otherwise I would have used a sweet sorbet one, and maybe we'll have some gold ones as well. So this is what I cut my hexagons out of, so I can use the scraps for butterflies. Whoops, they've gone all over. So these will put little dimensionals on, she says. Do you know, I did have everything out. There we go, I did have everything out. It's here. And we'll give these a little dimensional. And hopefully I've met the brief. There's one there. I might not use all of these, but we'll see. I'm thinking of putting one there. One there. Maybe a little gold one. Up here. Have we got another gold one? Yes, we have. I'm liking this. The more I'm putting on it, the more I'm liking it. I was going to put a ribbon on it, but I don't think I'll bother actually. Nothing down there. And then I thought, you know me, never know when to stop. I've got these resin flowers. Glossy Dots assortments, but I'm thinking I really like these, so I'm going to put the Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Fresh Freesia, I want to say Parakeet Party, and I think these are supposed to be Night and Navy ones. So I'm thinking if we keep in the same colour theme, but I haven't really got any reddish ones, so I'm thinking I might put a pop of green in as well. I'm liking these. I love them. Right, and we like to do odd numbers, so we'll shove one up there. So we've got 5 on there. So that is my card. So I've used the Fun Flower Resin Shapes, which are in the annual catalogue. I've used the shimmery white paper. I've used the Butterfly Brilliance plus the dies, and I've done stamp surgery. Apologies to everybody that feels that. The Pretty Flowers embossing folder. The Beautiful Shapes dies. Absolutely love these. Don't use them enough. And the sentiments are out of Forever Fern. And just before I finish, I just thought we could put a couple of little butterflies in here. Right, where have I just put butterflies and a piece of gold? See, this is it, look, I've been talking to yous. I've not moved from here, and I've lost my gold paper. Oh no, I haven't. I dropped it on the floor. Oh, there we go. So I'll have another couple. I'll have another couple of the butterflies. Whoops. And we will just glue these down. Oops, I can't pick it up. My finger's not working this morning. Oops, there we go. And I think that just finishes it off nicely. So I really hope you've liked my card today and enjoyed it. And that's my take on Shimmer, Shine and Sparkle. So really hope you like that. Thank you very much for joining me. Please hop along to everybody else and have a check out on their projects, and hope to see you again soon. And if I don't see you before, have a happy Christmas. Bye.